Hello everybody, welcome back to another problem. Today the problem I brought goes as the following. So right now a mother is 3 times as old as her daughter. In 5 years the mother will be 5 times as old as her daughter was 5 years ago. And what we want to find out is how old are both of the women currently, both of the girls. So let's solve this problem. So first thing let's do is let's make sure we catch all the details of the problem. So right now mother is 3 times as old as her daughter, and then in 5 years she'll be 5 times as old as her daughter was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago means in the past, and then we have all our values there. So what do we want to do to solve the problem first? Well, looking at it, and if you just try to use your head, it can probably get pretty tricky. I know that I can't personally solve it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sort of table to organize all the information that we know. So for my first column, I'm going to name it current. So this is all information that we know that it's for the current women. So for the mother, I'm going to assign the variable M. So the current age of the mother is M. And then for the daughter, her current age I'll put as the variable D. Alright, so that is our variables for what their current age is, and that is what we are going to try to be solving. So next, I'm going to write a column for the table. I'll call it in 5 years. So her current age plus 5. We know that in 5 years, the mother will be 5 times as old as her daughter was 5 years ago. So let's create another column for a table, 5 years ago. And the mother's age would be M minus 5. This is the current age minus 5, and the same goes for the daughter, her current age minus 5. So now let's set up equations that will fit to our situation. So the first sentence, the mother is 3 times as old as her daughter right now. So that means that currently the mother, so M, is equal to 3 times the age of her daughter. So 3D, or 3 times D. So say for example the daughter is 10 years old now, that means the mother would be 30. However, we also have to put a second equation. In 5 years, our mother is M plus 5, and that will be 5 times as old as her daughter was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, the daughter was D minus 5, and 5 times that, so that's 5 times D minus 5. So now we have a system of equations that we can solve for. So now we have our system of equations, and we want to solve for the variables in order to get our answers for the problem here. So how do we do this? Well, in order to solve a system of equations, you want to plug in one of the equations for the other, and by doing that you want to set one of the equations to a variable. So as you can see, our first equation is set up perfectly for this. It is set to a variable, so M equals 3D. So there's just one variable on the left side. And with this equation, what we can do is we can plug it into the bottom equation. So we can plug in the M here for the M here. This means that when writing the bottom equation, instead of putting M here, we can plug in 3D for it. And then with that, we can just use that to solve the equation for D. So let's do exactly that. So first thing that I'm going to do to simplify is distribute this 5 into the parentheses here since it's being multiplied. So we have 3D plus 5 is equal to 5 times D is 5D minus 5 times 5 is 25. So now what I want to do is get the variables both on one side and then the non-variables on the other side. So to do that, I'm going to add 25 here to both sides. So we get 3D plus 30 is equal to 5D. And now I'm going to subtract 3D from both sides to get 30 is equal to 2D. And now all we have to do to solve for D, the daughter's age, is divide by 2. So we get that the daughter age is 30 divided by 2, which is 15. And now you may be thinking we have the daughter's age but not the mother's, but these equations are connected. So in order to find the mother's age, we just need to plug in our D into this equation here to get the mother's age, since it's M is equal to 3D. So to get the mother's age, we just put M is equal to 3 times daughter's age is 15, and we get that the mother is 3 times 15, 45 years old. I'm gonna write years for both of these. Okay. So last thing we want to do when solving the problem is check to make sure that our answer is correct. So how do we do that? We just simply plug it in or use it in context of the equation. So right now my mother is 3 times as old as her daughter. So 15 times 3 is equal to 45. Correct. Alright, so now in 5 years she will be 5 times as old as her daughter was 5 years ago. So in 5 years, the mother will be 50. And 5 years ago, the daughter would be 15 minus 10, 10 years old. And then 10 times 5 is, as a matter of fact, 50. So this means that our answers were correct. So I would like to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Have a good day. Bye. Thanks.